today's electromagnetic world, trust nature's call when it comes to ultimate health. Cell phones, cordless phones, cell towers, Wi-Fi, smart meters. Are you worried about your EMF exposure? There are solutions. Welcome to ElectricSense, where healthy living never felt so good. And now, your host.
Hi, I'm your host, Kimberly Henrie, and I'm here with Lloyd Burrell, author of Long-Term EMF Protection, Start Feeling Better Today, and webmaster at ElectricSense.com. And today we'll be talking with Lloyd about how to protect yourself from EMFs naturally. Now, before Lloyd joins us, just a reminder that if you have questions or require assistance, you can reach Lloyd at ElectricSense.com. And you can join us on Facebook at Facebook.com/ElectricSenseHealth. Lloyd, great to talk with you again this week.
Great to talk with you, Kimberly.
I know we've covered a lot of information about EMFs in the home, about where they are and how to measure them, and even about what it feels like when you don't have that impact in your life. You know, better sleep, better health, even losing weight.
Yep.
So we've talked a little bit about some techniques to reduce EMFs. What are you talking about when you say protecting yourself naturally from EMFs?
Right. What I'm saying here is there's a right way and a wrong way to go about EMF protection. And a lot of people, unfortunately, are choosing the wrong way. Now, I've been involved in this subject for the last 11, 12 years, since 2002. And the good news is that there is a growing awareness of the dangers of EMFs. There's more and more stories in the news about cell phone dangers, and particularly about smart meters, you know, these wireless smart meters which are being installed on people's homes all over the world. So that's sort of good in a sense that it is creating awareness. So there is this growing awareness of the dangers, and with this growing awareness there is a growing desire to seek out solutions. But many people are taking the wrong approach to EMF protection because they're looking for a quick fix, and they're looking for a quick fix because we live in a quick fix culture. For instance, a lot of people, when they've got a headache, they'll look for a pill to swallow, right, which is going to take the headache pain away, rather than looking at the underlying cause of that headache. And sometimes the pill seems to work, but in reality, it just masks the symptoms of the headache. And taking the pill over months and years can cause other symptoms, side effects. And then they end up taking another pill, and so on and so forth. And this leads them eventually to chronic ill health. And the principle is the same with EMF protection. It's the same idea. But the quick fix people are reaching out for with EMF protection is these EMF protection gadgets, which come in all shapes and sizes: stickers, diodes, bracelets, necklaces, harmonizers, resonators, things you plug in your electricity supply, things you put into your computer.
So, and I've seen some of these, and they actually go so far as to do some tests when they're selling these to you that show that the products really do work. So are you saying that these products that are sold as EMF protection don't work or do work?
Yeah, well, they do have these tests, and it does look convincing. But the thing is, you know, I was that person 11, 12 years ago. I was also looking for a quick fix because I hadn't really understood the problem. And none of the gadgets I tried work. And I've tried a lot, believe me. Now, there are hundreds, if not thousands now of these products on the market. And many of them are quite expensive. Some of them cost several $100s. And there's a lot of clever marketing surrounding these devices, notably, with these tests that you talk about, which seem to show that they work. But many companies are selling totally bogus and fake devices.
So, Lloyd, if these devices are totally bogus and fake, then they wouldn't work and people wouldn't buy them and they'd send them back and the companies, why are the companies even still in business?
So what matters is whether people believe they work. The companies that are prospering in this market are the ones that are using powerful, persuasive marketing practices to convince people the gadgets work. People buy these devices with a very strong belief that they'll work, and because they believe they work, and they do sometimes, but in reality they don't. It's what's known as the placebo effect. So it's the beneficial effect of the fake EMF protection device is derived entirely from the expectations that person has about the gadget working. And then there are other EMF protection products that do what they say, which usually boils down to transforming or repatterning energy fields of these man-made EMFs. But some of the products work and some don't. And there's something fundamentally wrong with this approach. It's unnatural and it doesn't respect the laws of nature. What all these products have in common is that they encourage us to believe that we're somehow protected from EMFs, which then leads people to being less careful about EMFs. So they increase their exposure, and this eventually leads to ill health.
So then, Lloyd, with all that in mind, what is the natural solution that you speak of?
Well, it's all the stuff I've been talking about in my previous podcasts. It's taking simple, straightforward steps to reduce your exposure to these EMFs. So it's things like safe cell phone use. It's minimizing your Wi-Fi exposure. It's dealing with EMFs in the home, in your electrical wiring. It's all these things which I call direct EMF protection. But it's also other things which I haven't talked about, which I call indirect EMF protection. And that's things like earthing. Now, earthing, very briefly, it's a way of reconnecting to the Earth's beneficial energy field. It's things like going barefoot. There's all sorts of ways of earthing in the home. And there's a lot of solid science behind earthing. And it's nutrition also. There's certain dietary protocols, notably cleansing and detox, which can jumpstart your body's own inherent EMF protection. And then it's supporting your body long term by providing it with the raw materials it needs to protect and repair itself. That's to say, the right nutrition, every day. So yeah, it's all those things, and EMFs are here to stay. Believe me, quick fixes are not the solution. Your body can deal with these EMFs naturally, and that's what you need to do. It's not rocket science.
That's pretty interesting. You talked about, well, one, what we've talked about all along is just reducing your EMF exposure by making different choices in your electronic usage and your wireless usage. And the other things that you're talking about are things that we, are recommended to do for all kinds of health benefits.
Exactly. Yeah. And I guess what I'm saying is to put, it's this holistic view of health, which I recommend, which is the right way to go. And it's putting EMFs at the center of that strategy. But it's not just about EMFs. It's about lots of different things. It's about every aspect of your health.
Making yourself as healthy as you can be so that you can deal with the things in your environment.
Exactly.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, you can download Lloyd's EMF Protection Free Report at ElectricSense.com and get more information on the subjects that we've been talking about. We are just about out of time. Lloyd, is there anything else that you think we might want to know in this regard?
There's lots to speak about. There is lots because it covers, every aspect of your health. But that's the idea, and the essential idea is the natural solution, which makes sense. And deep down, I think people know this makes sense, and quick fixes are not the solution.
So you can benefit your weight loss and your better sleep and your better health not only by limiting your exposure to EMFs, but by building it up in these other ways.
Exactly.
It's a double bonus. All right. Well, can you think of someone who might benefit from what we've covered here today? They'll thank you for forwarding this episode to them. You can follow us at Lloyd Burrell on Twitter, and you can join us on Facebook at facebook.com/ElectricSenseHealth. Lloyd, thanks so much for enlightening us today.
Thank you, Kimberly.
Thanks for listening. To join our discussion, visit us on Facebook at facebook.com/ElectricSense.